Hey divas, it's your girl Songbird Diva for life, and today I'm coming to you with a long overdue requested video, and that is a video on how I set up my closet. So if you're interested, please stick around. I got this one on clearance at asos.com, and I just, put some loose waves all in sections all around. Okay, Diva, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer some of your questions, and then I'm going to show you, how I set it up. One question that I got a lot was, is this a spare bedroom that I turned into a closet, or was it originally a walk-in closet, or what did I do? So basically, I took a spare bedroom and I turned it into a walk-in closet. And also, besides it just being a walk-in closet, it's also where I do my makeup. I have my vanity, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So the other question I get a lot is, where did you get your closet from? Did your husband build it? Blah, 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 blah. So I got my closet, all the pieces from IKEA, and my husband was the one that put it together for me. So yeah. Besides IKEA, there's so many other closet options. If you're interested in updating, simplifying, or organizing your closet, you can get pretty decent ones from big box stores like, I mentioned IKEA. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, the Container Store, all those kind of places. They have so many closet solutions. Another thing with the IKEA interiors is that it's really easy to give it an upgraded, more expensive look, because on the outside of the closet, you can always put like molding and all that kind of stuff to make it look more high end and make it look more built in. I didn't do any of that because I'm kind of like a commitment phobe. I'm always changing things around. I get bored easily. If you guys remember when I first did my first stylized video on the white t-shirt, this was a completely different setup. It was still the IKEA closets, but it was a completely different setup. I'm always trying to move things around. I'm always trying to change things. So unless you're sure, absolutely sure you're not going to move things around, I wouldn't go with the moldings or do the built-in look, because that's kind of more expensive to do. So if you decide to use a room in your house or whatever to do a walk-in closet, then I would suggest that, and that you're not going to move it, you're happy with the way that it is, blah blah blah, you're not going to get bored with it, then I would definitely suggest go ahead and put some like crown molding on the face of it, and all that kind of stuff. Give it a really built-in look, a really custom look, and that really makes it look extremely expensive and extremely high-end. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. IKEA has a lot of interior options, and to be honest with you, the frames themselves are not really that expensive. What makes it a bit more expensive is the interiors, depending on what you want to do with it, depending on how fancy you want to get. And like I said, certain things IKEA interiors don't offer, but you can always go to another closet company and give them the measurements of your IKEA interiors, and then you can always get something customized for the frames. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should include in this. The thing that I really like about IKEA closets is that, once you measure the wall that you want to put it on, all that kind of stuff, you can really arrange and compartmentalize where you want certain things. Like the way that I set up my closet is I have a certain section for, dresses, a certain section for pants and blazers, a certain section for skirts and tops, a certain section for foldable items, and it's really good that way, because it really makes you feel like you're shopping your closet, and who doesn't like to feel like they're shopping, So that's how I set up. It makes it super easy for me. The IKEA interiors, you could always have you could also add doors for them depending on where you want to put your closet. Since my closet, since I made a room into a closet, I decided not to put the doors because the room itself has a door. So, and for me, getting dressed I like to see things. I'm the kind of person, if I don't see it, I kind of forget about it. So I like to really see things. And that's why I didn't want any doors on my closet. Originally, when we first bought them, I bought doors. But then I realized that, it wouldn't look right. Because first of all, I have a 29-inch unit and there's no door for the 29-inch unit. And every other closet section would have had a door except for the 29-inch. And then I thought about it and I was like, but I won't be able to see my stuff. And I like things simplified. I like to look at things and, pick out what I want and get ready to go. And sometimes I just sit in here and I plan out outfits for the week or whatever just by looking, even without touching anything. Just by looking in the closet, I'll be like, okay, I'll wear this and that and that and that, and that. So yeah, that's why I didn't want any doors. But depending on where in your home you're going to put the closet, you could decide whether or not a door is a good option for you. Another thing to consider if you are considering the IKEA, this is the PAX system. That's what it's called, the PAX system. There's other closet solutions there as well as other big brand stores, like I said before. But if you are considering the PAX system, I would suggest to really think about where you are. If you're buying a home or if you're renting. If you're buying a home, there's nothing wrong. Go ahead and install your PAX system. Like I said, if you're sure as to where you want to put it, go ahead and install it. If you're renting, I wouldn't suggest to put the PAX system in unless you're absolutely sure you're going to be in that rented location for the next, I want to say 3 years to really, really make it worth it. Okay, let's say 2 to 3 years to really, really make it worth it, because to put together the PAX system is not a simple thing. It looks simple because it's very streamlined and all that kind of stuff, but it's not a really simple thing because, you have to drill the units into the wall and anchor them, and to set it up, it took my husband, to do this, it took him about 2 days. So I mean, you can always hire interior closet building companies to come and set up your PAX system. I know here in the city, a company that I use for other people sometimes charge about $60 an hour. So that's something you have to consider if you're not going to do it yourself. So that's kind of expensive, but to install it is a bit of work, and to take it down is not that simple. You can move it around, all that kind of stuff, but to take it down and then reinstall it in another place, it is quite a bit of work. So I would suggest to really think about, if you're going to be there for just a year, it's not really worth the hassle. If you're going to be there for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if you're renting, go ahead and do it. Shop your closet. Why not? Make your life simpler, all that kind of stuff. Now about the PAX system, it comes in different colors. I wanted white because it's very clean. The thing with me is clothing has different colors, that kind of stuff. So I wanted something very streamlined, very clean. I won't confuse my eyes. So my clothes can really just pop out against that background, so I can really see and decide what I want. The room that I put it in is really light color. All my accessories in the room is white. So I just wanted a really clean, streamlined look. So that's why I decided to go with white. It's really clean, really bright, really streamlined for me. If you're sharing a closet with, let's say your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, you could do one side where you could have white, and he could do another side where it's like the darker brown, where it's a bit more masculine, or it also has like a tan color. So it really depends on you. Not everybody likes white. I've realized that. So I know they have like white, they have tan, they have the dark brown, which is like a blackish brown. So those are the main options that they have. So you could decide on what you want in the terms of the color. As far as the height, I know that the ones that I have are the 90, I think it's like 93 inches or 92 inches tall. But there's also, I believe, a 78-inch tall version as well. And it also comes in the widths of, like I said, 19 inches, 29 inches, and 39 inches. And all the interiors that IKEA sells are, for those specific widths. So you'll have like interiors that are like 19 inches or 29 inches or 39 inches. Like this is like a 39-inch shoe, pull out shoe rack, but it's for the specific 39-inch IKEA, PAX unit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Also the depth. They also have like deep depths, which is the one I got. I believe it's I want to say like let me just measure. Okay, so they have the 23-inch depth, which is the one that I have, and they also have another depth with it, which is about 17 inches, I believe. I want to say 15 to 17 inches or something like that. It really depends on the space that you have. I've worked with both, and both are fine just depending on the space that you have to work with. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If there's any specific questions you have, just let me know. Leave it down here, and I'll respond, in the comment section so you can get it quicker. So what I'm going to do right now is just go ahead and show you how I set up my closet and my interiors. So if you have any specific questions, just let me know. And yeah, let's go to the next part. Okay, Diva, so if you do decide on getting the PAX unit, the first thing you want to do is measure your wall span. So wall to wall, the width of your wall, so you know how many units to get and in what dimensions to get the unit. So you want to measure your wall to wall span, and you want to measure your floor to ceiling. So when we took a tape measure and we measured my wall to wall span, just take it from one end of the room to the next end of the room. When we did that, my wall was about 133 inches, like 132 and a half. So I knew that with the dimensions that I was going to work with, the units that I was going to get has to fit into 132 inches to be safe. And then you measure from floor to ceiling, like floor to ceiling. And my floor to ceiling was about 96 inches. So yeah, it was about 96 inches. So I knew that I would be able to get the taller unit that was about 91 or 92 inches instead of the shorter unit that's about 78, 80 inches. So it's very important that you take those measurements, because if not, you might just eyeball it and think you can get the taller unit, and then when you go to push the taller unit to stand up, you might realize there's not enough clearance and you won't be able to get the taller unit. Because to get the taller unit, even though the taller unit is about 92 inches, they do recommend that you have a 93 or 94 inch ceiling height, because when you push it up to stand, you still need clearance. So that's just something to consider. So once you decide on, once you measure and you decide on what units to get, then, you can decide on the color and all that kind of stuff. On IKEA.com, they do have a configuration tool where you can actually map out the closet and the dimensions as well. And that tool is super, super useful. I use it all the time. It's super, super useful once you have the measurements that you measured from wall to wall and from ceiling to floor. Okay, and once I did my measurements, I decided to, if you watch my first stylized video, the t-shirt video, like I said, it was a different configuration, and I believe for that video, I had a 30-inch, I had a 39-inch, a 29-inch, a 19-inch, and another 39-inch. And if you watch that video, originally my shoe closet was right here, and I had a 39-inch over there. I believe the 29-inch stayed here and the 19-inch. But like I said, I like to switch things up a lot. I can't really commit to one thing because I get bored so easily. So, and I knew that I wanted to expand my wardrobe and, my shoes and, all that kind of stuff. So what I did was I went ahead and I got an additional corner unit. And this corner unit right here is just something that you add on to a 39-inch. And I got another 39-inch just for my shoes. So I'm just going to go and show you section by section as to what I got. So this is the 19-inch, and the 19-inch again is 19 inches from left to right. And I use this unit mostly for foldable items. So here you'll see like my denim, sweaters, pants that I fold up. I just use it as a shelf to put, certain things like miscellaneous things. Like I have some random facial products and hair products and all that kind of stuff. And down here, over here, I have like 2 sets of drawers, and this is, the interiors that you can get. The drawers again you can get for the 19, the 29, the 39, depending on what you want to do. So I'm just trying to position myself so you guys can see me. Yeah, so here I just put like miscellaneous stuff. Here's like a lot of random stuff. I have shower caps, I have chicken cutlets, I have double-sided tape, shoe polish, you know, all the stuff that goes into being a diva, the hidden secrets, all that kind of stuff, elastic bands, all that kind of stuff. So over here is where I put like my undergarments, you know, all that kind of stuff, bras, panties, you know, all that kind of stuff. And here I have like a drawer for camisoles and t-shirts. These are the basket drawers. The basket drawers are pretty good as well, especially if you put items in there that you want, you know, air to circulate or, you know, whatever. So I use these basket drawers for t-shirts and, you know, stuff like that, camisoles. Here is a drawer that I use for tops, like my leotards, you know, my bodysuits, you know, all that kind of stuff that I don't necessarily feel like I need to hang up. Crop tops, you know, all that kind of stuff. Crop tops. So that's what I use this for. It's basically for tops that I don't really feel like, you know, hanging up. So yeah. So like I said, here is where I put my sweaters and stuff like that. And the units, you know, are pretty deep. The 23 inches are pretty deep because behind it I can fit a whole nother set of, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a whole nother set of sweaters and stuff back here. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but that's how deep it is. So basically, the 19-inch, depending on how you fold it, you could fit like 4 sets of stackable sweaters, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. And you could stack them up as to, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could basically stack up to like 8, depending on the thickness of your sweaters. Here is where I put my denim. You know, you don't have to hang up denim if you don't want to. I just like to keep it folded because it also gives you that shopping your closet kind of look. So yeah, and then over here also I have like a pull-out little drawer where I keep like my bracelets and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's a little pull-out for the 19-inch. They don't make this pull-out anymore. So yeah, that's the thing with IKEA also. Like if you see something that you like, you really have to take advantage of it because IKEA is always changing things up and switching things around. They don't make these pull-out drawers anymore because now what they have is they have the drawer units, the built-in drawer unit that has like a jewelry department at the top, so it's like a combination. But I really like this one better. I wish they didn't stop making it, but it is what it is. So over here is my 39-inch, and this one I decided to dedicate just to blazers. You know, you guys know I'm a city girl. My uniform of choice is jeans and a blazer, as you guys can see. So that's my uniform of choice when I'm in a hurry, when I want to go somewhere really quickly. So I knew I wanted to dedicate, you know, something to just blazers, you know. And I had a lot of questions about this pull-out pants unit. I love this pull-out pants unit. Actually, the pull-out pants unit can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 single pants. But what I do is I like to double up the pants. So you see, like on certain ones, I have 2 pairs of pants. So it can actually hold 28 pairs of pants at full capacity. See, like this one has 2 pairs of pants. So, and I like to, you know, keep the pants in the same color family. So as you can see, I have 2 pair of red pants on the same thing, 2 pair of snake skin, you know, pants on the same thing. So I like to do it that way. And another really cool thing about this unit is that it has like another jewelry compartment in the back. So if you have like certain jewelry that's more sentimental to you, you know, more like probably like more expensive watches or something like that you don't want people to have, you know, easy access to, you can always put it back here as well. So that's pretty good. The thing with IKEA also, they don't make this unit anymore. They do have a pants unit, but the pants unit they have is more of the wire unit. My husband actually has that, but I, you know, when I put my closet together, when I was mapping it out, they had the wire unit, but I knew for a fact that I wanted this unit because this unit is a lot stronger than the wire unit. I've heard a lot of complaints about the wire unit that, you know, you can't really put heavy pants on it, or you can't put like 2 pairs of pants because then the wires start to warp. So I don't know, but since IKEA doesn't make this unit anymore, what I do for people is I'll go and get it custom for the IKEA unit. You can go to a closet interior customizer, and there's so many companies that do that, and just give them the units that you want, and you could create an interior for that. And also for your pants, you don't necessarily have to have the pull-out unit. You could just use a regular rod that IKEA makes, the regular rod, and put it down there. And actually with the rod you could fit a whole lot of pants, but I prefer it this way because it's just easier for me to navigate. It's easier for me to see my pants. And one thing that I do, another tip for you divas, is if you want your closet to look like you could shop it, iron all your items before you put it in your closet. So what I do is, like, if I do laundry or something, before any items go in my closet, I iron them. So when you're watching your favorite shows or whatever, just go ahead and multitask and be ironing while you're watching Scandal, or whatever show that you want to watch, the Real Housewives. Just iron your clothes. Dedicate an hour, just be ironing your clothes, so that when you put it in your closet, it looks very neat, it looks very clean. And also in the morning when you're rushing to go somewhere, you don't have to be pulling out an iron trying to iron something really quick, because everything is already ironed. So that's a little diva tip for you guys. And up here, you guys know I'm Nigerian, so I put like a lot of my Nigerian outfits up here. These are certain outfits that I wore at my wedding. I just put it up here. Certain things in boxes, head ties, all that kind of stuff. So over here is where I put my tops and my skirts. And over here, all I did was use the basic IKEA rods. Again, the rods come in different sizes, 19, 29, 39, for whichever unit you decide on getting. And I just put, the basic rods. Like I said, with rods, you could fit a lot more stuff, because, you could have it really compact, or you could space it out. I don't like my stuff to be too compact, because when your items are too compact, they rub against each other, and you could actually end up damaging some of your items. Especially somebody like me that likes sequins, that like beading. When everything is too compact, things tend to get caught on each other. You could pull like strings and all that kind of stuff from other garments. So I do like to have some kind of space between my items, just a little bit of space. Also, I do like to keep it somewhat color coordinated. Right now, it's not its best color coordination, but I do like to keep it somewhat coordinated from light to dark, but depending on also the sleeves and all that kind of stuff. Like something like this, although it's dark, it's sleeveless. It's just like a bandeau sweetheart top. So it has no sleeves, so I just put it here because it's easy for me to see. If I was to put it with the stuff that's darker, I might not be able to see it right away the way that I want to. So yeah. And down here, I keep, like shorts, certain things I put on, if they're the same, if they're like, I'll put on one hanger. So I like high-waisted pants. If you haven't watched my, different ways to wear high-waisted pants, high-waisted shorts, go ahead and check it out. But I do like high-waisted pants, so I have like 3 of the same ones from Zara, so I just put it on one hanger. So it's very easy for me to decide, to find it and decide what I want to wear. Certain items, again, this high-waisted shorts as well. I just put 2 on one hanger right here. So a lot of the things down here do have like, the hangers do hold like more than one thing. So, this is like sequins, and this is like a whole bunch of glitter, So I just put the 2 on one hanger. It makes it easy for me, and it makes it easy to hold more things. Like items I put together. Peplum skirt, 2 on one hanger. So you can hold a lot more things. This is a 29-inch unit, but it could hold a whole lot of things. So yeah, like something like this. 3 items on a hanger. So down here I would think probably I want to say like 30 or 40 skirts down here, something like that. It might not look like it, but by the time you put 3 things on one hanger, 2 things on one hanger, and all that kind of stuff, you can fit a whole lot of things in the 29-inch unit. And again, remember, the 29-inch unit is the only unit that you can't get a door for. So that's something to consider. If you want a door, you might have to rework your configuration not to include the 29-inch unit. So just something to keep in mind. And up here, I just use mostly for storage and stuff like that. And I forgot to show you guys this. Like down here, it's another wire basket thing. So what I do for down here, I actually use it as a I used to use it from like boots and stuff, but I decided I didn't want my boots in here. So I actually use it like kind of like a hamper for dry clean clothes. But you know, like with your dry clean clothes, you don't want to mix it with your regular clothes, so you just throw it in your everyday hamper. So what I do is just like things that I know I want to take to the dry cleaner, I'll just throw it down there. So that when I'm ready to go to dry cleaner, I don't have to be looking around like, oh, what do I need to take? What do I need to take? I just go down there, you know, throw it all in the bag and take it to the dry cleaner. And okay, now over here is where I put, you know, just basic dresses. All of these are like knee length dresses, you know, below the knee dresses, you know, and I like to organize it from strapless to dresses that have different kind of features, you know, asymmetrical, different kind of configurations on them. So over here, you know, I have like a lot of strapless dresses, you know, stuff like this, you know, strapless but still knee length, all that kind of stuff. And then it goes into stuff that has a bit more detail, you know. And I also try to color coordinate as well, but not too much when it comes to the dresses. I like to try to keep like prints together, like floral prints, colorful prints, all that kind of stuff together. Then I try to, you know, silvers and grays into whites, and you know, something that's black and white, and then into like blacks with detailing on the back. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but yeah. And then back here I try to do, you know, more of the sequence kind of items, you know. And then all the way in the back, I'm not even sure if you guys can see, then I have items that are more, you know, that have like one, that are asymmetrical, like one shoulder kind of thing, because it just fits better in the back. And I also like to use these kind of, you know, velvet hangers, because these velvet hangers, you can fit a lot more items into your closet than if you were to use, you know, like wooden hangers. Wooden hangers are pretty, you know, they're cool as well, but it really limits the amount of items that you could fit in your closet. And these velvet hangers are pretty good, especially when it comes to like dresses and things like that. The velvet really keeps the dresses from slipping, so that's something to consider. And they're super affordable as well, especially if you go to like a place like Costco or BJ's. I like to go to Costco because you can always find them on sale. I know like last week Costco had them on sale for like $7.99 for a box of like 35. So that's pretty good, $7.99. So okay, and then over here I have longer dresses. So the longer dresses, the reason why I have long dresses over here is because I put a shelf over here, just so I can have like more storage towards the bottom of the unit. And you know, down here I have like a lot of shoe boxes. I don't throw away shoe boxes for any of my you know, shoes. So, well, that's not true. Some shoe boxes that, you know, I'll throw away, you know, like certain things like Forever 21 or like Zara, you know, certain things like that, I'll just throw them away. But other shoes, like I'll just keep the shoe boxes in the back. Sometimes I use the shoe boxes for storage for different things. Yeah, and then other items that, you know, people send me to review, or you know, things like that, I'll just, you know, put it down here so that when I'm ready to review it, I know where they are. So over here, since I don't have a shelf going towards the bottom, I just use this for longer dresses. So I have like evening gowns, you know, evening dresses, you know, my sequin pants that are pretty long, but I don't want to, you know, fold them or, you know, put them over there because they're really dressy. So I'll put them over here. Different items that I had made for different people, because I'm Nigerian, I had made for different people's weddings, and you know, all that kind of stuff, different dresses. And I also put like coats and, you know, all that kind of stuff over here as well. Up here is where I keep my handbags. I'm not a big handbag type of girl. If I do decide on expanding my handbag collection, I'll probably build like another unit on the other side of the room, where I could put like display like bags and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not a big bag girl. I mean, I appreciate a good handbag, but I'm not like big, like where I have to have like an astronomical amount of handbags. So yeah, this is, you know, my little handbag collection, from clutches and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I like clutches a lot. You guys already know that. So from clutches to handbags with, you know, handles, and, you know, taller handbags, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so also the corner unit, the way that it's made is basically a 39-inch unit from left to right. And then there's an add-on corner piece that you get in IKEA is specifically for the 39-inch. It doesn't fit on the 29-inch, or it can't go on the 19-inch, so it's specifically for the 39-inch. In order to use this corner unit, the 39-inch has to be towards the end of your configuration to add on this corner unit. So that's just something to keep in mind. And yeah, basically, I don't know if I talked about the shelves, but you know, the shelves are available for the 19, the 29, the 39. So some people, you know, you could just put a whole bunch of different shelves and use those more for displays, or you know, whatever it is you want to do, which is what I did with my shoe section. So over here in my shoe section, what I did was I really tried to figure out a way that I could, you know, display shoes as well as, you know, get a lot of shoes to fit as well. So what I decided on doing, IKEA had this little display thing, like it divides your unit into like 3 sections, so you can really display like your shoes, or you know, whatever it is. They don't have that, you know, they don't have it anymore. Now they have the one that's a 4 display, but I don't really like the 4 display because it's not as high, and it's a bit narrower than the 3 display. So yeah, I got 2 of those display things so I could fit like 6 shoes. If I really wanted to, I could fit 12 shoes in there, but you know, I like it where each cubby has a pair of shoes. Depending on what I decide to do later on, if you know, if I do decide to get a lot more shoes or whatever like that, I might put 2 shoes in each cubby. I don't know, but right now I like it like 1 shoe per cubby. And I just put a shelf right here because it's easy for me to display other things like sunglasses. Like for me, like I said, I need to be able to see everything. So if I'm heading out the door, I'll see my sunglasses and say, okay, I could just grab a pair of sunglasses. And if my sunglasses are in like a hidden compartment, I will never wear sunglasses. I need to be able to see everything. So what I did was also, like, as far as the shelves go, I put, let's see, 3 rows, 3 different shelves for my shoe display. And I put, in each shelf you could basically fit 6 in the front, and it's super deep, so you can also fit 6 in the back. So basically you could fit a dozen shoes per shelf, a dozen shoes per shelf, a dozen shoes per shelf. So the way that my shoe shelf is, my shoe compartment is configured, at the maximum capacity, I calculated it, and I could actually fit 98 shoes if I put 1 shoe per, no, I'm sorry. I can fit 98 shoes if I take out the cubbies and just put another row, just put a row like this and put a dozen shoes per shelf. I can basically fit 98 pairs of shoes with the 2 pull-out units that I have. Now, before I get to that, okay, now over here I have a unit that a lot of people ask me about, because you see in my Get Ready With Me videos. Like I said, IKEA does not make this anymore because now they combined it with a drawer unit, a chest of drawer units. So where it's like 3 drawers, and then the top part is, you know, a jewelry department like this. I like it separate because I feel like you have more versatility as to where you want to put it in your unit. You know, you can put it high, you can put it low, you can put it anywhere you want. I really like this because it keeps me pretty organized. You know, I have a section for, you know, these 2 sections are just, you know, for rings, and I have a section for small earrings, and I have a section for more elaborate earrings, and I have a section for more ornate earrings, and I have a section for earrings that have a lot of, you know, sparkle and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I have a section for silver sparkle earrings, and I have a section for colorful, you know, earrings, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then back here I have a section for, you know, necklaces and, you know, bracelets and watches and all that kind of stuff. And back here I have a section for more innate, you know, pieces that I hardly wear, but I don't want to give away because when I do wear them, I really do like them. Okay, so the way that I organized this was, you know, I have like dressier shoes up here, sandals, like dressy sandals. These are more like street shoes, like street sandals, comfortable, you know, easy to grab, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And then down here I have, you know, like sandals, like dressier type sandals as well. And these units could actually hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 back. So 16 pairs of shoes in each unit. And then down here I have my, you know, pumps and flats. And you guys be thinking that I don't be wearing flats. You know, I do once in a blue moon, you know. So yeah, I have like pumps, closed-toe shoes, pumps, flats, sneakers, you know, that kind of stuff. And it can also hold 16. So like I said, at capacity, when I calculated it, I believe it could hold, like, this one unit could hold like 98 pairs of shoes. So if you're a person that has like 100 pairs of shoes, you know, you could definitely fit them in here and then put another 2, you know, I mean, put the last 2 pairs somewhere else. So, and if you have 200 pairs of shoes, then you can get two of these units, you know. It's really about whatever configuration works for you is what you really should do. I'm not saying to copy my configuration, because I've put together some people's closets and it's totally different configurations. It's really about what works for your everyday life, what works for you. Some people share a walk-in closet with their husbands. This is just basically my room, my getting ready room. My husband has his own closet. So it really depends on your everyday life. If you're sharing a closet, it depends on the space that you have. It depends on many different factors, you know. Oh, let me show you something else. Okay, so another thing that I did was on the side of my closet, I have this little pull-out unit where I put like necklaces and, you know, things like that. So things that I don't put in a jewelry drawer, necklaces that I don't want to tangle, all that kind of stuff, I just go ahead and I put it here. Don't mind the earmuffs. So I just put those kind of things here, because if I was to put it in the jewelry compartment, I'm, you know, scared that they'll tangle. Certain things are a bit more delicate that you don't really want to tangle. So long necklaces, you know, more statement jewelry, things like that, I just put it on this kind of unit. And this unit, I think, was originally for things like scarves and ties and, you know, that kind of stuff, but I don't use it for that. I use it for necklaces. And that's the thing, you can really use these things for whatever fits your everyday life. And then over here on the back of my door, I just put my belts in this little thing, contraption that IKEA has. So I just put a whole bunch of belts in each loop, as you can see. So I put a whole bunch of different belts that I have in each loop. You know, some people use it for ties. My husband has it where he puts like different ties, bow ties, different neckties, all that kind of stuff. But I use it for, you know, belts. I tried organizing it where I have skinny belts at the top, thicker belts at the bottom, and colors and other kind of stuff. That doesn't work for me. I realized that when I'm trying to get a belt, I just grab whatever I think matches my outfit, and when it's time to put it back, I can't be bothered with putting it back in exactly the same place. So this is always rotating. You know, today you might see this belt here, tomorrow it might be at the last loop. It just really depends. Okay, divas, so I hope this video was helpful. That's it for my little closet setup. If you have any specific questions that I left out or you need more details about, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And another reason, if you're wondering why I decided to go with the PAX unit, is because originally I did get quotes from, you know, bigger companies like the Closet Company, you know, all these other big companies, and the quotes that they were giving were type ridiculous. I got quotes from back then, probably like 2 years ago. I got quotes from like $7,500 all the way to like $11,000. So that's a bit much, because, you know, to do all of this, like, you know, the price was nowhere near that. It was actually way less than half of that, like way less than half. So I mean, and I still get the look that I want, especially now that, you know, I know about, you know, putting in different companies' interiors and all that kind of stuff. I basically don't need that, but, you know, sometimes I do that for other people. And, you know, adding molding to make it look more custom and stuff like that is not super expensive. So I was like, I don't think so, because that's a lot of money. Like, I could have just went with IKEA and then used the rest of the money to buy clothes and shoes and, you know, all that other kind of fabulous stuff. The one thing that I am considering having, you know, ordered from a company like that is I'm considering getting an island, but I don't really need one right now, because another reason I don't really fully go for the island thing is that if I do get an island, I won't be able to do any more like stylized or get ready with me videos in my closet, because it'll be blocking the camera angle. So, and right now I don't really need it. Like if I get more stuff, probably I'm still not truly sure. It's something that I would like to have just because I think it looks cool, but functionally I don't really need it right now. So that's just something probably in the way future, you know, later on down the line, maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know down here. As usual, you know what to do. I'm going to try and put more specific pictures on my blog, so you could really see, you know, more details if you care to see more details. I'll also put on my blog the link to the IKEA closet setup system. So if you're interested in getting this kind of setup, you know what to do and you know where to go. And I'm really happy with it. I like it a lot. I love my closet. Sometimes I just come in here to just like relax, and you know, because I have a desk and a vanity and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes I just come in here to relax and, you know, play with makeup, or sometimes just look at clothes and, you know, picture different outfits. You know, it's kind of like my getaway, you know. So I really like it. I'm super grateful that my husband, you know, agreed to give me a whole room, you know, to do this with. And I'm super grateful that he actually put it together, because all my whims, like, I'll just be rearranging stuff. I remember when I added this unit and I was like, yeah, I want to get a shoe unit and you're gonna have to move it around. He didn't even like bat an eye. He was just like, okay, like, you know, if it makes you happy, I'm just gonna do it, because he knows, like, once I get something, I want to see it set up right away. So he just, you know, did it. He rearranged the stuff for me and it came out really great. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, there really isn't that much more to say. Again, if you have any specific questions, leave it down here. And as usual, you know what to do. You can always email me at songbirdiva4life@gmail.com. You can always tweet me at twitter.com/songbirdiva. And definitely check me out on my blog, divadivaglam.com. And like me on Facebook if you haven't done so already. And follow me on Instagram, divas. You know, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, if you like this video and want more detailed videos or whatever, please just go ahead and thumbs up the video. And yeah, I love you divas so much, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to do this video. I wasn't sure if I was going to do how to set up my closet video, because I know sometimes people get really funny with, you know, closets and, you know, all that kind of stuff. People always got something to say, but you know, a lot of you requested it, so I decided on doing it. There's no way I'm trying to show off or nothing like that. It's basically just me, you know, showing you how I, you know, my closet was set up. That's it. Okay. So yeah, enough rambling, and I love you divas so much. Bye.